No, I think I'm dreaming, I am, and, well, it's good for you to be here, because now it's just you and I, and, well, how are you? We have all the time in the world. How is being, and, oh, wait. Oh, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. I didn't get much for Christmas, though. Disappointing. And now they're like, well, you have to face the new year with a smile. Yeah. Welcome, Edie. I know it's rough. It's rough shit. I'll tell you what, it's rough. Look, I put things down on the list specifically, and they don't get it. They don't give me anything. Look, if I wanted cologne, I put cologne down on the list, but I didn't. And then I got cologne. You ever have spirit cologne? No, I already got a helmet. Well, yeah, I guess I should get another one, actually. I should get another one. That's true. Good point, I am. I didn't even think about that. Happy New Year, everybody. To my garden. Yeah, I kind of lost my original helmet. I am. That's a good point. I had to rethink that a little bit. 2026. Oh God, I don't know.
I'm not sure if I want to do it or not. Can we just stay in 2025?
Maybe we shouldn't even stay in 2025. I don't know. I think we're kind of in a catch-22 situation here. Do we stay in 2025 or do we venture into 2026? I'm not sure. Welcome, Lynn Champagne. I love you.
Where have you been?
Well, I thought I'd start with this because it might be a theme later on tonight. It might be. This is the early show. But you might like this one.
Roll another blunt.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, God. Now what'd you do?
I was gonna get up and find the broom, but then, and I know why. Why, man? Yeah, 'cause I got...
Change or die. Right? Change or die. How is everybody? All right, wait a minute. You got it. Well, you know the same cards. These are the same cards over and over again. The Jack of Hearts, the Four, and the Wild card. Love. Always been this. Always been the case. This has not changed, has it? Since day one, has this changed? Nope. Not really. Not really. Anyway, how is everybody, love? Lynn, I am everybody. Come on. Stoner Detectives, love. Edie, love. Right, come on. Hey, what? Hey. Yeah, whatever.
Thank you, Lynn. Can I have another? Hey, Lynn, can I have another? Don't stop.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, ancient rule number 7,243. When the candle's hissing at you, you better listen to it. Just saying. Candle's hissing. All right. Yeah. You ever have a candle hiss at you for like an hour? Well, that goes with ancient rule number 7,655. If the candle wick turns blue, run out of the house as fast as possible. That means the witches are afoot. Or bad spirits or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm a psychic, but I don't remember this shit. Right? Psychic. Master. You can call me Master. You can call me Mastery. Remember? You're one of the best. You got the best. I told you from the very beginning. But you didn't believe me. I told you about T-Rex and you didn't believe me. I told you about Master and you didn't believe me. I predicted 3 deaths within the fucking year and you didn't believe me? I think I'm the greatest psychic in the world, actually.
Nah, you're not. You're not that. You're an asshole, is what you are. Master Nature, you know what? Your head's gotten so big that, I think you should, here's what I think you should do. Because your head's now the size of a bulbous tomato, you should put it on a train track somewhere and just let the train do its thing, baby. I'm serious, Master. Your head has gotten so big, you should really lay it down on a train track and just let the train do its thing, baby. Yeah, you're still here. Where were you last night? That's right, where were you?
All right, I'm kidding. All right, welcome, Ashley.
Hello. I think hissing does mean we're in a little bit of trouble, I think.
Wait, what is a medical condition? Look, don't make me show you the Chinese fucking Karate Kid, okay? Don't make me do it. That is a medical condition, all right? At least I think it is. And if that's not a medical condition, I think we're in big trouble. Really big trouble. Yeah, like real big trouble. Lynn, come on now. Lynn, you got to save the stuff for the late show, Lynn. You can't use all your best material at once. Maybe it goes with bulbosity. Right? A big head goes with bulbosity. You know what else goes with that? Blue balls, love. Blue ball.
Hey, you started it, Lynn. You started it.
Oh my God. Look, don't even get me started on blue balls, all right? Look. No, we're not. Tyrone, you can't do that bit right now. You got to save that bit for the late show, babies. All right, you got to. Master Nature, I could do it right now. Like they said, we're all adults here. We're all adults. I could do the bit right now. It's not midnight here, but I think we should save that for the midnight show, though. All right. Got to save it for the midnight show. Well, we can take a quick break. I don't know. I don't think you're joking. That's good, though.
Welcome, White Rabbit. Look, and I've been chasing you all year. And I still can't catch you. Every time I try to catch you, we fall into a deeper hole. I should probably save that for the midnight show, too, but everything seems to be connected right now to one thing.
Happy New Year. The question is, do we want 2026? I guess. Can we stop it? No. I mean, we hope it's better than the last year. And that's pretty much what we do, right? Every year. Well, we hope it's better than the last one. And the last one. And the last one. When are we going to get to a place in time in our fucking, I don't know what you want to call it. When are we going to get to a place in time where we say, you know what? I hope the next year is just as good as this one. When was the last time you heard that expression? Never. Right? It's always, well, I hope the next year is going to be better than this year. Every time. But why can't we say, man, I hope this year is just as great as the one that's passed? I wonder why that is. For real. I'm just making an observation with the hissing candle here. And I already gave you the case, right? We got the Jack of Hearts, two-faced. Remember this, two-faced. One outward appearance, one private appearance. We have the four victims and the four perpetrators symbolized here. And we have the outside unknown factor known as the wild card that plays into this. This has always been the case. Always. I don't think this has changed much. The Jack did change slightly over the past year, but the Jack was always there. You just had to figure out which one it was. See? It could have been Showalter. It could have been Decor. But it was always going to be two-faced. Right? The card is always two-faced, no matter which way you want to look at things. Right? We have the four victims. Of course. 4 is the golden rule. 4 is always the golden rule here. Because that's based on the number of victims. Right? And that coincidentally happens to be, in my opinion, the number of perpetrators in the case as well. But, however, right, there's always the wild factor going on that you don't know about that's impinging upon your nice little theory here. This you cannot take for granted. This wild card is going to screw you all the time in your deciphering of the Jacks and the 4. Always. This is always going to trip you up. Always. And the problem with this case, amongst many others, is that this wild card factor, it's not just one thing. There's layers to the wild card that makes this case difficult here. If it was just one wild factor out of the blue, fine. You were going to figure that out pretty quickly. But that's not this case. This case has multiple layers of this factor that's impinged upon the straight line. This is your straight line. But then this comes along and fucks everything up. Everything. Including now multiple agencies getting involved with this case. At least 4, right? Different agencies touching this case. Yeah, that's pretty serious for what we consider a quadruple murder in a college town. I mean, we have 4 agencies touching this fucking thing, right? MPD, ISP, right? FBI, and Homeland Security. They're all touching this case. It's ridiculous. Why? Of a quadruple murder when in reality and the real investigation, the main perpetrator is going to be the ex, Jack Decor, and he has never been ruled out. right? Now we got Emily Alant's fingerprints that are a match to the fucking L6 fingerprint that was found on the sliding glass door. That they couldn't rule her out at all. Yeah. Shit like that. Right. Hunter Johnson showing up at the fucking state police, rolling around there June, or what was that, April to June 2024, to get a different type of set of fingerprints done for him because the first set that was done wasn't usable. Yeah, that shit. All that shit. All what's in the new documents. Some of it's old information, of course, but some of it is very eye-opening. For sure. Why? Because you're right. They already had the people who would have done this crime in the beginning of the case. There's DNA evidence all over the crime scene. There is blood evidence all over the crime scene. We're talking in every level of the house. First floor, second floor, third floor. There is blood everywhere. There's blood on multiple walls. There's blood on multiple pieces of furniture. There is blood all over the fucking house. In every room. Every room. It's ridiculous. They had all the DNA, all the blood evidence right at the jump, and they had it and they knew it. And then when they start sending it into the lab, things started getting a little fucking hokey. That's when things started breaking down. When the FBI came involved in 11/15, then we started to have these fucking briefings with people. That's when the briefing started. And so in these briefings, we had all these players, right? And not only that, we had the University of Idaho sitting in on these fucking briefings every day. And that's where the shit started going off the rails. That's where it all started breaking down. In these fucking meetings. That's when the narrative started to shift away from the straight line and into lone wolf. That's where it all started. In those fucking briefings. That's when they decided to change the script. Fuck yes, they did. And that, my loves, is what happened. Absolutely. That's what happened. Now, Kohlberger, I'll tell you what, Kohlberger makes an ideal choice. He does. He's got flaws. Whether you like it or not, he's a flawed person. Yeah, he does. So, we gotta keep Kohlberger in mind here. If we lose sight of Kohlberger, we're all fucked in the darkness, in the cave. We cannot lose sight of Kohlberger. We can't. We can't just say one thing. We can't. We got to treat Kohlberger as a separate entity here. Separate entity. If we do not, I'm telling you, you and I, Garden and Master, we are going to be lost in the cave for eternity. Eternity. And we're not going to know how to get out of it. Right? Right. Listen to me here. Saying you cannot lose sight of Kohlberger. You cannot. As much as you believe he didn't do it. And I'm with you on that. We cannot lose sight of this, though, because he's the main antagonist here. Yeah. So anyway, you already know this. I'm just saying sometimes we get lost here and lose sight of the antagonist, the main character who's the antagonist in the story. You can't lose sight of him. It doesn't matter what we feel about him. You can't lose sight of him because guess what? He's going to turn into your shadow. And that shadow is going to creep around behind you and bite you in the neck when you least expect it. So you can't lose sight of your shadow, no matter what you do. Right? Right, Stanley. Is that not right, Stanley?
Well, that's what I keep telling them, but they never listen to me. They never listen to me.
Well, Stanley, I always thought they listened to you. It's me that they hate, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're the prick, actually. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, my garden. I think I had a few too many banana daiquiris, and, he's right. He's a prick, and me, Stanley, I have the #1 Spirit Realm radio station up here. He doesn't. This schmuck down here on Earth, he's a peasant. He's a peasant compared to me up here. Oh, my God. If you could see how I lived compared to how he lived, you would throw up. You would run to your bathroom right now and be like, you'd be crying in the sink and be like, oh, my God. I can't believe I followed this asshole for so long. I'm so sad.
Bartender, get me another drink, you fucking asshole.
Why is it taking you so long?
I'm sorry, ma'am. There's 200 people in here for New Year's.
Fuck off, asshole. Did I fucking ask you to fucking talk to me? Just get me my fucking drink, will you?
Yeah, right away, ma'am, right away. All right. Hey, that's a little scene out of Cambridge. All right. It's called Order Me a Drink. Okay. All right. That's from Cambridge. All right. I love you. Don't forget that. Okay. You want to take that scene again? Yeah, okay.
Hey, bartender, get me a fucking drink. Why are you just standing around the fucking bar like...
Sorry, sir. It's New Year's Eve and there's 300 people here in the bar.
I don't fucking care what's going on. Look, did I ask you to fucking talk to me? Get me my fucking Bacardi, or whatever the fuck I'm drinking. What am I drinking? Oh, yeah, Bacardi and, I don't know,
bananas. All right. Take 3.
Bartender, get me a fucking drink, you pisser. I mean, I've been standing here all fucking night, don't you see me?
Sir, it's fucking New Year's Eve.
There's 300 people here at the bar. You're just pulling my fucking wank, aren't you? I know what you're trying to do to me.
Right? That's scene, that's take 3. We could do take 4. Actually, let's take a smoke break. Let's take a smoke break, guys. And then we'll get on to what I want to show you. How's that? This is just a prelude. Remember, preludes. All right, like real preludes. All right, whatever. Quick smoke break, guys. Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the early show.
All right. Can't imagine what the late show is going to look like. Probably really bad. Man, he's a sloppy asshole. I'll tell you what. But I could say, look, blame it on the first song that I played for you tonight. All right. All right, smoke break, guys. Then we'll get into some funky documents, some funky coma documents. Especially the handwritten notes, baby. I tell you what, I love the handwritten notes. Oh my God. Man, that's where all the good shit is. It's when I wrote down things firsthand. People are talking to me, right? And I'm writing them down firsthand as they're telling me these things. I consider that gold. That is fucking gold. That is gold, baby. Real gold. Yeah. Yep. Hard to fake that shit. Hard to fake that. Okay, it is.
Oh my God. Bartender, get me a fucking drink. I just got out of the fucking Brixton Academy, and I want a bourbon and a Jack and bourbon. Oh no, I'm sorry, Coca-Cola Jack and bourbon. And yeah.
Well, sir, it's New Year's Eve. Don't you see there's 300 people here?
Oh, you fuck. Look, I know what you're trying to do. You went to Brisbane, all the way out there in fucking Australia, and you're trying to fucking push me around like I'm some fucking foreigner outsider from fucking Australia. You just, look, I came from Brixton. Give me a fucking drink, asshole. Oh, yeah. I don't want your kangaroo fucking ass. I just get out of here.
That's take 4. Oh my God. All right, enough. Oh my God. All right. Sometimes here's what I like to do sometimes, guys. I like to purposely piss off my spirit guys. And so when it comes to English Stanley, I'll say this. Well, you know what, English Stanley? You know, I think you're just mad because Australia beat your soccer team this year. Oh, my God. That gets him really revved up. Sometimes I do shit like that. You should really hear him go off then.
You snotty little bastard. You fucking wanker. I wish I could get down there. I'd kick your fucking ass all over from fucking, I don't know, Naples to fucking whatever.
I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, he gets really mad when I mention
sucker. Don't you talk about soccer, you fucking prick.
All right, guys. What are we looking at? Thank you. Yeah, all kinds of shit. Well, let's just start. All right. Here we are, loves. Are you here? All right. Oh, jeez. So yeah, this is the repository, right? Because you know who you are. Email me, and you're like, you can't find this shit now. And I'm like, well, true. And the link that you sent me earlier, I couldn't open it, but that was yesterday. Don't worry about it. Anyway, this is the repository, right? And this is Reddit. This is Reddit. So this is where all the new shit is coming from. Yep. A lot of information in these files. Some old, some not old. Some mixed together. Some, well, a lot of it is like these print reports, these examination reports, whatever, the forensic, whatever. They're similar. They're just addendums, sort of. And so you're looking through a lot of the same stuff, but then there's new stuff that's attached. Things are unredacted in some of these things. We have Maori's supplemental supplements. There's like, that's a mess. And yeah, this is what we know Moscow and Idaho State Police to do, though. This is a pattern here. So, right, just like the last dump was that humongous forensic report, right? That was the last, and that was a massive dump. That document is humongous. Then what do? We dump even more at once. And this is overwhelming information. Some of it's the same. Don't get me wrong. But then you have to kind of go through it because there's new stuff that's attached and you don't even realize it. You just kind of breeze through it and you're like, wait a minute, I don't remember reading that part before. It's kind of like that. And so you can't, they're long and tedious. But, so you can start wherever you'd like here. So, like this. Right? Like, no, that's just page 1. But this one has 23. And stuff like that. Yeah. And this, I believe, is. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying here, guys. You've seen this. Now, this particular document is about the car timing, cameras catching this vehicle suspect number 1 on all these different cameras. And if there's discrepancy in the time, here, they're going to note it. So they're going to say camera time is the same as regular time. But if there's a discrepancy, they're going to point it out. So camera time approximately 5 seconds behind the local time. So you see that in here, so they're noting that. These are all the different cameras that supposedly they had, right? Taking pictures of the car, video of the car. Suspect vehicle number 1. All right. So, that's this one. Interesting. There are gaps here that are troubling. Yeah. They give times on the written. Yeah, right. So, all right. So it goes on. Look, of course we know this. This is what they tried to establish for Koberger's car. This is one of, again, if we talk about Moscow's biggest mistakes, this is one of their biggest mistakes in terms of chasing around this car. It was actually one of the biggest mistakes to do this. We didn't get to that. I didn't make a video yet of that. I probably should. But we know this already, though. This is one of the kind of their biggest mistakes. So they track it on these cameras, supposedly, right, all the way up until 4:07. Right. No, okay, 4:07:28. Right? Let's just read this timeline again. 4:07:28 a.m., right? 13:30 parking. 1330 parking. All right. That's the 1330 camera, right? Right. A vehicle matching the description of suspect vehicle number 1, 1330, travels east along the north side of 500 Queen Road. The vehicle turns south along the... Now, let me just read this. Along the east side of the building, then turns west. Along the south side of the building... Right? The vehicle matching the description of vehicle number 1 exits the frame, right, traveling west, in the direction of the victim's residence. Now, right. Now, this motion by the car, right, we know this. This motion, making these turns and all such and such, this happens several times throughout the course of the night. These same motions here. Same ones. Same ones. Okay, 407:47 rolls around. This is where they estimate him to, right? So, headlights of a vehicle turning north onto Queen Road, briefly on exterior of 1127. There is no subsequent vehicle activity captured for approximately 13 minutes after these headlights are seen. Correct? Correct. However, well, I should show you, shouldn't I, what the problem is. This is true. This is true. Is it? No, you can't say that. You cannot say, A, this is true. Well, I should qualify that. This is the part I have a problem with, right? There is no subsequent vehicle activity captured for approximately 13 minutes after these headlights are seen. That's what I have a problem with, because that's not true. I can expand this to 14 minutes. I just destroyed you, because I'm going to argue, well, if I expand to 13 minutes to 15 minutes, which is only 2 minutes later, there's another vehicle that passes right by the fucking murder house. Now, whose car is that? See, I just destroyed your argument. Because if you didn't track that specific car, and you don't know who that car is, and you don't know who that person is driving that fucking car, well, then you're fucked beyond belief. Because I got you. See? Because if I'm a defense attorney, I'm going to say, well, who the fuck car is that? That's your murder suspect. And what did you do with that car, Moscow police? Did you take it apart? Did you impound that car and take it apart like you took apart Kohberger's? Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. Hey, you wanted the best, you got the best. But that's the situation here. And I'm going to show you that again. Let's watch that. So we're going to take a quick smoke break, and I'm going to show you that piece of video. Right. Let's watch that. Because that destroys all this. Look, you can't identify this as Brian Kohberger's car. You're suggesting it, but you can't prove it. And because you can't prove it, you can't say Brian Kohberger was there that night. And if you're going to do that, then I'm going to say that other vehicle that drove by the murder scene 1 minute later, that's your suspect. It's the same principle, motherfuckers. It's the same principle. You don't have evidence. And because you don't have real evidence, I am going to come in sneaking into your house like a thief in the fucking night. And I'm going to hit you over the head with a crowbar. And you're not even going to know what happened to you because you have no evidence. That's because your case was fucking shit to begin with. Full of holes. And I could have attacked you from many different angles if I really wanted to. All I needed was a big enough team to do it. And we would have destroyed you within the first 6 months of this case. We would have destroyed you. Yes, we would have. Because you certainly didn't have your shit together whatsoever. You didn't get your shit together at all. Fuck you, Idaho. You know how many ways this case could have been attacked? A fucking million of them. And Taylor, you could have attacked this case from multiple angles. Multiple. I mean, you had the world at your feet. And you fucking blew it. You blew it. This case has so many fucking holes in it. It is astronomical. And Ann Taylor, she couldn't attack from any side? Are you kidding me? This is a hungry defense lawyer's dream. This is a dream case. All you need is a big enough team to handle the logistics. And you are going to rip and tear, baby, like butter. Like a hot knife through fucking warm fucking butter. You're going to tear through this case. You are. But Ann Taylor, I blame you. Absolutely I do. Because you're the one that's supposed to be safeguarding this. And you fucking sold out. You sold out like the rest of them. Ann Taylor. And in your last goddamn hearing at the restitution, you kept your fucking mouth shut. You didn't say one fucking word in that hearing. Fuck you. You are the female version of Icarus. You got too close to the sun and your fucking wings melted right off your body. Ann Taylor, that is you. That is you. So, please, surrender your law license. You are not a defense attorney. You are nothing. Ann Taylor. You are a melted winged fucking Idaho potato who crashed like the rest of them. All I needed to do to get into your stupid school was a 3.0 GPA, and I didn't have to take any special tests to get into any of your programs. All I had to do was get a 3.0 GPA, and my admission was guaranteed to your school. You fucking morons. And guess what? Guess what happens? You got Dylan Mortensen in your school, and you got Bethany Funk in your school, and you got Hunter Johnson in your school, and you got characters like Jack DeCour in your school, and Emily Allant in your school. Not to mention the freaks at the grub truck, and not to mention all the freaks at the fucking sorority and frat. You got a bunch of fucking psychos. Because A, all I needed to do was have a 3.0 GPA, and I'm guaranteed admission to your shit-ass fucking school. That's why you got these fucking people there. That's why you got these people there. And they're all fucking out of their head. Especially Dylan Mortensen. She's completely off her gourd. Oh my God. Have you ever heard a more psychotic person just fucking ramble on for fucking 2 hours? Have you ever heard that in your life? Except outside of a fucking manic person? Yeah? And you're not treating her like a suspect? Are you out of your fucking mind? She is your prime suspect. She is out of her mind. Just like Amanda Knox was out of her mind in those police interviews. Amanda Knox was out of her mind. Absolutely psychotic. Just like Dylan. All you need is love, baby. All you need is love. Right? But I forget the context of what I'm doing. My roommate was horribly murdered, Amanda. And you acted like it was Valentine's Day. That's why you're a fucking murderer. Your roommate her throat was cut and she died. And Miss Amanda Knox was acting like it was Valentine's Day. Yeah, psycho. Gee, don't you see the parallels between her and Dylan Mortensen? We talked about this months ago. Months ago we've talked about this. You know what? The problem is Dylan is actually a scarier version because Dylan is a little bit more self-aware than Amanda Knox was. Not by a great deal, but she's more self-aware than Amanda Knox was. Amanda Knox had no self-awareness in her situation. None. No self-awareness. That's why she's part of the murderers. Yeah. Well, she did it. She was part of it. Okay. But anyway, but Dylan is a little different because Dylan is more self-aware than Amanda here. Not by a lot, right? She does lose the context a lot here. Dylan Mortensen loses the context constantly. She does. She totally forgets the context. And her interviews sound like she's going to the mall. You ever notice that? You guys notice that? The interviews of Dylan Mortensen, it sounds like she's going to go to the mall afterwards. Like this is just a normal part of her fucking day. Right? Let alone 4 of my friends got horribly mutilated. Why does it sound like I'm going to go play ping pong afterwards? Like, okay, like I got to get on here. That's what she sounds like. Way too casual. Right? Like I'm going to go to a polo match afterwards. Right? 4 days after the murders, I sound like I'm just going to go to a polo match after all this. No. I mean, really, it's ridiculous. Well, you guys know, you listen to the shit, you listen to her interviews. She sounds like she's going to go to the fucking mall. Like, this isn't one of the luckiest fucking days of your life. Yeah, you survived a homicidal fucking maniac. And you're acting as if you're going to go to the fucking mall right after this. That's Dylan Mortensen. Totally out of her mind. Look, it's not hard. When the perpetrator loses all context of what they're saying and doing, that is your suspect. That is your prime. Right? Because they don't know what the fuck, they don't know where they are. You know? They don't. They're trying to cover, they're trying to be careful here. But when they start losing the context over and over and over again in the situation, in this crime, you have to think to yourself, wait a minute here. I think this person I'm talking to, I think they may be one of our suspects here, guys. I mean, she has lost the plot now. How many times in this interview? Oh, about 1,000? When you lose the plot? And she lost the plot about 1,000 times over the course of these interviews. She completely lost the context of where she is or what happened. Ridiculous. That's your prime. Always going to be your prime suspect, along with co-primes like Jack Decor. Jack Decor is your perfect co-prime here. He is perfect, actually, for it. Actually, when you start to look, it really becomes clear, but here's what you have to do, though. You have to remove Kohlberger from the scenario. You got to erase him for a minute. We can't forget him. I'm just saying, and hypothetically, you have to erase him. And once you erase him from the equation, it becomes very, very clear who the actual perpetrators were in this case. It becomes abundantly clear here. However, because Kohlberger is here, right, then we start doing some weird math in our head. Some stupid math in our head. We already have the straight line. We already got it. However, we have Kohlberger now introduced into the story, and now we're trying to do mental gymnastics around things. That's what Kohlberger represents in this story. Chaos. Kohlberger in the story represents chaos. That's his role. That's his card. His card is chaos. Whether it's by his own choice or by some other design. But his card here is chaos. Chaos. Don't you agree? If you had to give Brian Kohlberger a card, he would be chaos. Correct? Correct. He would represent chaos. He would. Because that's what he does in this story. He represents chaos. For good or bad, that's what it represents. Yeah. Chaos. Because chaos is not always bad, right? No. So it depends how you want to interpret it. Right. Thank you. I am correct. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy.
I think I should read the chat.
Okay. All right. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Yeah. Hey, great point, Lynn. She was so traumatized, right? They had a reminder. You're in trauma, idiot. Start acting like it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm in trauma.
No, that's exactly kind of how it is. That's pretty much exactly how that went, actually. Yeah. Remember Victoria Gooch, the non-psychiatrist who specializes in trauma? Well, she knows trauma when she sees it. And that's what she did. Well, you're in trauma, Dylan. You're in trauma. Trauma. And Dylan's sitting back thinking, you know what? Man, bitch, I ain't not in any trauma. But you're one dumb bitch. I'm going to roll with it. Whatever you tell me, I'm going to be in trauma. All right? Thank you very much, Victoria Gooch. Oh, my fucking God. That is like giving a Ted Bundy an invitation into your house at night. Okay? Yeah. If you give Dylan Mortensen the trauma card, you know what you just did? You give Satan the keys to the kingdom. That's what you did. And you didn't even realize it? Now, that's the question, everybody. Did Victoria Gooch realize what she was doing? Or did she not realize what she was doing? Was she that stupid? Or did she know exactly what she was doing with? Did she purposely do this way? I mean, because you have to be really, really stupid. But then again, what have we seen in this case? We've seen a lot of stupidity. So I don't know. I mean, you're treating your prime suspect like a traumatized baby. That's not a good idea at all. Not at all. Not 4 days after the murders. Fuck no. Especially not the same day of the murders. Fuck no. Because you could have arrested her on that day as well. Why? Here's why. Failure to report a fucking crime of that magnitude, that's a felony. And number two, tampering with the crime scene, that's number two. I would have hit him with both of that the first day. Tampering with the crime scene. Because they did. All those people who went in that house, grabbed a knife, so on and so on. They all should have been arrested for tampering with evidence right away. Because they did. The original tamperers, right? The people who originally tampered the crime scene, well, we know who they are. Dylan, Bethany, Hunter Johnson, Emily Alott. These were the four people who originally tampered with the crime scene. Yup, you have proof of that. With Hunter Johnson grabbing a knife from the kitchen. I consider that tampering with the crime scene. See, from a defense attorney's perspective, you're tampering with the crime scene, Hunter Johnson. Yes, you are. Because why didn't you call 911 first before going inside the house, Hunter Johnson? Oh, by the way, Dylan Mortensen, why didn't you call 911? By the way, Bethany Funk, why didn't you call 911? Why did you wait 8.5 hours? See, I'm going to hit you with all of that. I'm going to hit you with all of it. All of it. And you're going to explain to the jury. You're going to have to explain to the jury why your behaviors are so fucking messed up that it's going to be impossible for you to win this case. Guess why? Because I'm going to get that jury to be so focused on Dylan, Bethany, and Hunter Johnson and Emily's behavior and Jack DeCour's behavior that you're going to have no other choice but to acquit my client. Because these are your suspects. And you're going to show that in the fucking trial. You are going to destroy these people on the stand. No mercy whatsoever. You are going to rip their throats out. You are going to hit them with information that they had no idea you knew about them. You're going to hit them with it. And they're going to fold. That's how you're going to do this thing. And Taylor, that was a viable strategy. And you fucked it too. You fucked all the strategies. All the ways you could have attacked this case, and you fucked every one of them. That was the second one I just gave you. You're going to smash these witnesses on the stand. You're going to hammer them to death. Your client is innocent, remember? So you're going to hammer these motherfuckers. Whoever gets in that box against your client, you're going to big out your hammers and you're going to bash their skulls in until they plead for mercy. That's what you're going to do, Ann Taylor. But you didn't have it in you. You wilted in the sun. You got sold out, baby. You sold your client out, baby. Fuck you, you did. You can attack this case a myriad different ways. Myriad. You could have challenged the evidence fucking pretty easily. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, man. I'll tell you what. Yeah, you need a bigger team. Don't get me wrong. You need a little bit bigger team here. But it would be fucking, it would have been fun. This would have been fun. To rip apart at trial, this would have been fucking fun. I mean, guys, this is what I grieve. I grieve the fact that we have no trial. I grieve that still. Because we really would have ripped and hammered. Oh my God. If there was a trial to this, can you imagine how much we would have ripped and clawed and hammered through that fucking... Oh my God. That's what I grieve. If I have to grieve anything in 2025, letting go to 2026, I have to grieve the fact that there's no trial. And we needed to see a trial. These motherfuckers needed to go to trial. All that light should have been cast upon them. Yeah, and now, but they were able to fucking scurry back into the darkness because of the plea. We should not have had a plea. It should have gone to trial, and all this shit could have been exposed for what it was. But that's what I grieve. 2025. That's my grief here. Grief. Like your grief. Everybody wanted to see a trial. Everybody wanted to see a trial here. We needed to see a fucking trial. It's obvious. Just saying, that's the obvious thing. Of course. But we were robbed of that. You and I were robbed of that. Oh my God. Can you imagine destroying Dylan Mortensen on the stand with cameras rolling in the courtroom, right? Can you imagine doing that and watching that? That would have been glorious. That would have been absolutely fucking glorious to see that. I would have paid money to see that. Actually, if that was like closed circuit fucking hearing shit, and they, hey, $40 you could watch it, I'd fucking do it. To see Mortensen get destroyed on the stand? Hell yes. Hell yeah. Oh yes. Wait. All right. Oh, there you are. I'm sorry. I missed the chat. Duh. Well, maybe. Did he? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get nitpicky. I don't want to get nitpicky on this New Year's Eve. I can get real nitpicky right now with it. Really, I could. I can say, well, how do you know it was his decision? See? You know, I could get real nitpicky with that shit. Like, well, how do you know it was his decision? And you say, well, it had to be his decision. I said, well, yeah, how do you know that, though? How do you know that his decision, right, wasn't, influenced by something else? Yeah, you don't, right? We get real nitpicky with that. Trust me, I don't think we should do that in the early show. I just say, no. You know what I mean? I can get stupid like that. I can be like, well, how do you know it was his decision? You know? And then we'll get into philosophy. That's what will happen. We get into philosophy. You'd be like, well, obviously it's his decision. And I say, well, yeah, but how do you know that? You know, well, he's the one that signed the paperwork. Yeah, but how do you know that signing of the paperwork wasn't influenced by something other than Brian Kohlberger. How do you know that? You don't, and you can't. So therefore, how do you know he wasn't influenced, right? To take a plea. How do you know it? Right? And he said, well, that's why he signs the paperwork. Sure. But how do you know he wasn't influenced in some way to sign the paperwork? Right? How do you know that? You say, well, how could he be influenced by somebody, right? Very easily. Yeah? Very easily. Just like people get influenced all the time by shit. Very easily. Right? Just like putting out fucking prime time, let's say, at least 2 different fucking series about the murders here prior to the trial. I'd say there's a big problem there with that. But nobody got punished for doing that. Nobody got punished for putting out at least 2 series that pretty much convicted Brian Kohlberger before the trial even was going to start. And nobody got in trouble for doing that. Nobody got in trouble for that. Nope. Remember, we were going to explore that? We were going to explore what happened there. Remember all that? Yeah. Nobody got in trouble. Of course not. You're not going to go up against these big fucking corporations. Absolutely not. You're not going to want to seek the truth. No, these corporations will eat you up. My God. They eat you up in a heartbeat. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. You know, we're talking media control. Media control. They will eat you up in a heartbeat. Oh, yes, they will. Anyway, kind of veered off track there a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, sorry, guys. Speaking of the vehicle, right? So that's what this one is. Yeah. Stuff like that. And then, right. 420, right? That's what I had a problem with. It's blurry as hell. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Blurry. Yeah, is that better? Not much. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Let's do this. That's better. All right. Yeah. All right. Right. Yeah. So, okay. Right. So, 420. All right. 420/47, right? 42105. Headlights are seen traveling south on Malenta Drive behind 1119. Okay. Oh, yeah, the high rate of speed. Right. So 407/47, right? 420/47. Right. This is where suspect vehicle number 1 travels westbound on Queen Road at a high rate of speed, turning north on a King Road. Headlights can be seen shining on trees to the west of the intersection of King Road and Taylor Avenue, indicating the vehicle turned west onto Taylor Avenue. Shining on trees to the west of the intersection. Okay. All right. Interesting. Wow, guys. Very interesting, guys. Let's read this again. Seriously, we got to read this one again. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Got to read this one again. All right. 420/47. A vehicle matching Description of vehicle suspect number 1. Travels westbound, right? Westbound on Queen Road at a high rate of speed, turning north onto King Road. Hey, north, King Road. Headlights can be seen shining on trees to the west of the intersection of King Road and Taylor Avenue. Right? Queen Road. Turning north on the King Road. Headlights can be seen shining on trees to the west of the intersection of King Road and Taylor Avenue, indicating the vehicle turned west onto Taylor Avenue. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Saying, there's a lot in this one, guys. I know this sounds really stupid, but look at this one again. This one cracks me up. I swear to God, this one at 420, 47, that fucking cracks me the fuck up. Oh my God, that cracks me up. That is, and then okay, right? So 420. Okay, headlights are seen traveling south on Willette Drive behind 1119 King Road, 421. Okay, but then we jump to 5:26:59 a.m. because there's no cameras at all. Anyway, but that's not what I wanted to show you. Sorry, guys. Hang on. I have to get. Here's what I wanted to really show you. Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting what I actually want to show you. Jesus Christ, you're like,
I hate this fucking asshole. I really do. He's a pain in my ass.
He's a pain in my ass, too. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, friends. Let me tell you. Oh, my God.
Oh my God, Master Nature. You really are fucking pathetic. Hey, listen. When well, fuck off. Oh, I don't know. All I asked for was English pudding for Christmas, right? They asked me, they said, English Stanley, what do you want for Christmas? And I said, well, I would like to, I want some English pudding. And they're like, okay. So the fucking day rolls around, right? Christmas rolls around. And then they handed me a fucking, a package, and it said, English Stanley on it, right? And I'm like, oh, great, this must be my fucking English pudding, right? So I open the package up, and, spirit package, and it was fucking Jell-O. It was fucking Jell-O. I couldn't fucking believe it. They sent me fucking Jell-O. I guess that's what you think fucking English pudding is, right? Fucking Jell-O. Fucking what? Fucking Bill Cosby. You fucking joke. You're a fucking joke. Fucking Jell-O. Oh, you fucking cock-sucking bastards. You really are. You Americans are cock-sucking bastards. I fucking tell you what. Just like Master Nature, you fucking prick. I'm just saying. Fuck off. Fuck off, eh? Fuck off, yeah, fuck off.
Don't hiss at me. Don't hiss at me. Yo. Interesting, loves, isn't it? Oh my God. I love you, Australia. Hey, Australia, love. I love you. Don't forget it, love. Don't you forget it. Come on now. Just saying. Hey, guys, this is just the early show. I love you, babies. We gotta get ready for New Year's, love. I love you. Remember. That's right. It is a long way. That's right, love. I love you, babies.